Going to be at Man United longer, Erik Ten Hag or Marcus Rashford? Question number one. Question number two, where is Marcus Rashford's next club? Welcome to the channel. It's Jay from Jay Ferguson TV. 2 for the subscribe button and top bins the like button. It's Monday. Let's have a little recap on the current football events, the current affairs. What's the talk of the town? What's going on social media? Let's start off at Manchester United. Rashford versus Ten Hag. He wasn't in that FA Cup squad where Man United went on to win, going through to the next round. Rashford has been fined a couple of weeks' wages, 600 plus K weeks' wages, 2 weeks worth of wages for missing training. And again, it's just another thing again what looks very much similar to the Sancho situation with Erik Ten Hag. I made a video, I'll put a link to it, but go and check back for it, where I said there's 3 things that Ten Hag needs to do to fix his issue at Man United. And one of them was being sorting out his issues with Marcus Rashford. But I'm telling you, Erik Ten Hag doesn't like the mandem. It's Sancho balling out at Dortmund, comes in under Erik Ten Hag. He's back at Dortmund. Rashford was ripping up again underneath Ollie. Erik Ten Hag comes on. Rashford form falls off the cliff. Now the guy's not even turning up for training. It's all crazy. And I think it is coming down to the managerial style. So for me, I think Erik Ten Hag may outlast Marcus Rashford at Manchester United. I can't see Man United making any changes with Erik Ten Hag in terms of managerial changes right now, mid-season. If they was going to do it, especially with Radcliffe coming in, it would have been done at the top of January. The fact that he's still there and they're sort of just limping along, I think, Radcliffe is going to let that roll out into the end of the season. They've already made changes in the boardroom, but I think he's going to allow that to roll out to the end of the season, get a new manager in, because Erik Ten Hag's not going to achieve anything this year, is he? Let's be honest. They might not even get top 4 Man United. So I think he survives to summer, but I think Rashford needs a change. And ultimately, when you're a player who has grown up in the area, your family's from the area, all you know is Man United, and you've been there since a kid, and you've gone from nothing to something, earning like 350k a week, the mindset has to shift at some point where you start looking beyond Manchester and start thinking, you know what? I'm the guy. I should be playing at a better level. I shouldn't be, having issues with my manager and missing FA Cup games and sitting on the bench and coming on and getting 20, 30 minutes. I am Rashford. I am Man United. I'm local, born and bred. I'm the superstar, 350k. That's what I think Rashford thinks. And I think he thinks he's outgrown Manchester United. And ultimately, you've got to look at the environment that he's in. If you really think about it, it's, if you feel like the superstar and you haven't got the platform to show that, you start looking across and start thinking, I'm better than that guy. And he's competing. He's in the Champions League. What am I doing? So I think Rashford's time's up. I think he will be making a move in summer. And I think Erik Ten Hag is definitely going to outlast Marcus Rashford. For me, 3 locations, or I should say 3 clubs, where I could definitely see Marcus Rashford going to. Now, you got to bear in mind his salary is 350k a week. So that eliminates a ton of clubs because there's not a lot of money in football. So option number 1, naturally, is going to be PSG. If Mbappe does that expected move, what we all think that he's going to do, and that is go to Real Madrid, Mbappe occupies the left side, cuts in on the right foot, carbon copy Marcus Rashford. He's not Mbappe, but he's off a decent enough level. And in this current market, I think that's a good replacement. And PSG could 100% afford the wages, so that's definitely not going to be a problem. And even if you look at sort of how Rashford is moving right now, he's going fashion shows and all of this. Paris is the spot, man. There's a lot of fashion there for you, bro. And they'll definitely pay the money. And I feel like Rashford feels like he's on Mbappe's levels. He thinks that. I don't think that. And I'm sure not a lot of you think that. There'll be some. But I think you have to feel like that if you're a professional player in any professional sport. You've got to feel like you're better than the next guy. So I feel like if he feels like he could go into PSG and maybe do some stuff that Mbappe didn't do, i.e. that Champions League, maybe that moves Rashford up another level in everyone's mindset. So PSG, option number one for Marcus Rashford for me. Option number two, I would say Real Madrid. If that Mbappe move doesn't go through, I feel like there would be scope. And ultimately, Real Madrid are not paying for Mbappe. And I think that would just really just show world football we mean business, because we might go and get Mbappe and Rashford. Because ultimately, Real Madrid do not have an out-and-out striker. And I feel like you could potentially play Mbappe through the middle. You could play Rashford to the left. You could play Vinicius to the right. And all three of those could rotate. And then you've got Rodrigo sort of there as cover to come off the bench. That squad would be absolutely crazy. Now, that might sound far-fetched, Rashford going to Real Madrid if Mbappe is there as well. But look at, they've got Tuchel, they've got Camavinga, they've got Jude Bellingham, Valverde. Look at their midfield. It's stacked. That's with Modric and those guys already. So they're not afraid to stack quality players on top of quality players. That is the Real Madrid way. That's the Galactico way. So I don't think that Real Madrid one potentially is far-fetched for them, especially they're not going to be paying a transfer fee for Mbappe. They're going to be get hit by the wages, but they're going to be saving on a transfer fee. Option number three, I think Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's the only other logical place who could afford the money. I can't see Rashford going to like a City or anything like that, or an Arsenal. Arsenal not going to be spending that type of money on Rashford, even though I would definitely take him at Arsenal for sure. But I would say Bayern Munich, get that link up with Kane out there. You've got Musiala in midfield. You could start to build a nice, strong English core. And the German teams seem to do a lot better with English talent than we do over here. It's wild. So I think option three would definitely be Bayern Munich for Marcus Rashford. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Where next for Marcus Rashford, number one? And number two, who lasts longer at Man United? Erik Ten Hag or Marcus Rashford? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button on your way out. And I'll see you all again soon. Peace.